Coronavirus? Well, it's a reality. So I thought it was an opportune time to give you some how-tos regarding your immune system. So let's roll the intro. Hi, Fee here, the healthy vegan author and creator of the Gold Card Vegan website and club. So these are things that you should be kind of doing anyway, perhaps upping them a bit coming into the flu season. But the way I see it, there are nine main ways. I can't even count, can I? There are 9 main things you can do for boosting your immune system. And, you know, even though half the world has started spring, it's still necessary to stay focused on fighting viruses, especially with COVID-19 running rampant around the world. In New Zealand here, we are about to go into winter, and so not only should we be preparing for the normal coughs and colds and flu, etc., but hey, listen, the timing of this damn virus really could not be worse as far as we're concerned. So here are the 9 suggestions that I think if you put into place, you will really help boost your immune system and keep yourself well. So number 1, and I do have kind of like a list here that I'll just make sure that I keep on track here. So number 1 is microbiome, and this is your gut bacteria. Really, really important, incredibly important to keep your gut bacteria healthy because it keeps you healthy. It plays a massive part in keeping your immune system up and running. So what can you do about it? Eat lots of food with high fiber. If you're already a vegan and or a plant-based eater, then you know, you should be good to go. You might like to up it a little bit. So you've got things like legumes, grains, fruits, veggies. Yeah, just kind of stick to your whole food plant-based diet and you will get all the beautiful fiber that you need in order for this bacteria to do their job. Now, if you are very, very new to plant-based or you are predominantly plant-based, you can up it a little bit, but perhaps don't go overboard because you may come across some, you know, sort of some gut issues if you go too much into the fiber-filled foods. You can also add fermented foods such as kimchi and sauerkraut, kefir, tempeh, really good, kombucha, and plant-based yogurts. Don't go too heavy with the plant-based yogurt though, like the coconut yogurts, because that is full of a lot of fats as well. You shouldn't need to supplement. That's a big thing. Now, from my understanding, the jury is still out regarding probiotics, especially supplementing with them. They're good, they have their place. I'm not knocking them, but having them as a supplement, yeah, I personally think that you just stick with your whole food plant-based. So, number 2, quality of sleep. Honestly, you really need to get a good night's sleep. We actually heal ourselves when we sleep well at night, so make sure that you get the best night's sleep you possibly can. And you can do this, there's a couple of ways. First of all, and this has been researched and shown to work, and I know from personal experience it works, turn off any electronics an hour before sleeping. So don't, you know, turn the TV off, turn off the computer, whatever you're doing, and my recommendation is take the TV out of the bedroom. So many people, you know, watch it in the bedroom. Honestly, get rid of it. It's not necessary. The thing is that it stimulates the brain too much, and you need to kind of calm down before you actually go to bed. and I will talk about that in number 3. But as an adult, you need to have sort of 7 to 8, sometimes 6 maybe to 8 hours sleep, if good sleep. Teens need about 9 to 10 hours. Okay, so number 3, don't stress. Okay, now, maybe easier said than done. I realize that. But if you can, don't stress about stuff. A little bit of stress is perfectly fine. In fact, it actually can be good for you. But we live in a society that seems to have constant stress. And this is contributing to some major health issues over and above this COVID-19 that's happening around us at the moment. So here's some ideas what you can do. And it ties in with the sleep one, which number 2, right? So as I said, turn off the electronics. And try doing some more calming, more mindfulness practice prior to going to bed. So that could be meditation, if you're into meditation. It can be yoga, or it can be journaling. And that's something that I have found. And I've never really been big on, keeping. I kept a diary when I was a teenager, as we did back then. But honestly, I've never really been that big on journaling. However, I have found that if I do like a brain dump just before going to bed, it actually improves my sleep. So I will write in, I just got to look at a really cheapo exercise book, and I write in all the good, the bad, and the ugly things that have happened that day. I also write what I'm grateful for, and I think about what I have got to do. So I look at my diary and I sort of see, right, okay, I've got to do such and such tomorrow. And I kind of like have the brain dump about that, because then when I go to bed, I find that my mind is a lot more restful, and I sleep really quite well, because I don't have that monkey chatter that goes on at night. You can also, there's plenty of apps out there that have sleep enhancing either music or waves or, whatever. There's even sort of stories, all sorts of things that will help your sleep at night. So, that is a good idea. But if you're doing it like on your phone, which I do actually listen to sort of something at night, but I turn the phone upside down so that the actual, there's no blue light emitting. So I turn the phone upside down, but I do have the phone on. So number 4 is to have regular, moderate exercise. Now, if you're not an avid fan of exercise, now is not the time to decide to go and do a marathon. You don't actually want to overstress your body. So what you can do is you can go for walks, or you can go for a bike ride, things like this. And you can do this even if you are self-isolating, just as long as you are not in crowded areas. So we are fortunate here in New Zealand that we have got access to beaches, and they're not crowded beaches, and especially now as we're coming into winter. But we've also got the bush and sort of areas where we can actually go for a walk or a cycle and not see that many people. So it doesn't matter if there are people there, that's fine. It's like, woohoo, hello, and stay away. But yeah, it's not that you're sort of standing in close contact to people. So do some exercises or exercise. Even if it's going out of your house and walking around and back around the other way around your house, you need to do some exercise. Number 5 is diet. And holy wow, what can I say about this? Whole food, plant-based is definitely the way to go. Keep it as fresh as you can, and aim to eat really rich, colourful fruits and veggies, and like berries and citrus and bananas, spinach and carrots, just a variety. I'll talk a little bit more about more foods, in a minute. But keep it as fresh. Now, here, again, I can only speak for New Zealand. I'm not sure what's happening overseas. I know Australia is having all sorts of issues with people panic buying. We don't seem to be doing it here. We've done it a little bit, but we're pretty cool. But we know that the supermarkets do have plenty of produce and plenty of things for their shelves and their freezers. So we're fine, and we're going to be fine. So number 6 now we're up to, and that is garlic. Good old garlic. I mean, come on, you can't go past garlic. It contains a compound which, when it's crushed, it helps to boost the fighting powers of, the white blood cells, and which means that it makes it exceptionally good for fighting viruses. Garlic is best eaten raw. If you've got to cook it, you cook it. Don't worry about it. Still go ahead. It's still good. You can supplement with a good brand of garlic. Or what I do is I have a very easy dressing that I make, which is mixing tahini, crushed garlic, lemon juice and water, and just putting those 3 together. I mean, you choose the quantities of each just to make it for your own taste. So, but tahini, crushed garlic, lemon juice and water, and I have that on salads, or I have it over, like we're coming into winter now. So I still would pour something like that over my broccoli or cooked veggies. I still use that sort of stuff. So garlic is really, really important. Number 7 is vitamin C. C. I don't know which way around I am. Vitamin C, awesome. You really need to make sure that you are getting plenty of it. This is over and above, whenever you're coming into sort of like a coughs and colds and flu season, I would always recommend that you just up your vitamin C. You can get these in foods like oranges and strawberries and spinach and broccoli and capsicums or bell peppers. But this is another one that I also recommend you top this up with a supplement during the, sort of like the flu season. So you get a good brand, get a good supplement, and yeah, you can do that. The next one is, number 8 is vitamin D and the sunshine. We all need this vitamin, and surprisingly, we are very deficient globally on this. Vitamin D is also given as a supplement to factory farmed animals, because they, of course, don't have it. And it is a vitamin that we absolutely need. So sitting out in the sunlight, why we're deficient for it, I think that a lot of us have become very indoorsy. We work indoors now more so than what we used to in the past. We also lather on a lot of sunscreen, and I do wonder if this is a contributing factor. But yeah, for me personally, I don't get out into the sun that much. I don't like the sun, only because I live in New Zealand and it is vicious, absolutely vicious here. We in Australia are the top people for getting melanomas. And over the years, I have had so many moles cut out of me, it's not even funny. And that was from years of surfing back in the day. There you go, you found out something else about me. But now I tend to go for my walks or get out in the early morning and in the early evening. That's my time for being outside. So I supplement. I take vitamin D every single day, and you can get a vegan version of it, and it works absolutely fine and perfect. So supplement, and you can supplement just to be on the safe side as well. So that's the vitamin D. And number 9, and you're probably not going to like this one, but stop the alcohol. Sorry. If you really enjoy your little tipple, I'm sorry, but alcohol can actually disrupt your sleep. it can upset those microbiomes in your stomach and gut, which, of course, weakens weakens them and weakens your immune system. It also can distract your immune system from doing its job. So please reduce your intake as much as you possibly can. Plus, do I need to even say it? Drink plenty of water. Now, there is one last thing, and that is, if you are a smoker, please think about quitting. I have been in the past a smoker. I was quite a heavy smoker for many years with the surfing, I suppose, but yeah, many, and I do know how hard it is to quit. But please, 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 especially right now, you are so at risk with this COVID-19. If you get it, your lungs, because it is a respiratory virus, you will be, it just will not be good. So think about quitting. That's my 9. I hope it helps. I've written a blog about it, so if you want to, you can click through into the blog. I've put all of this down into the blog, and I'll leave the link below. And that will be the list again. So that's it. I'm not actually going to do a bonus fact today. So thank you so much for watching. If you've got something from this video, please share it, give it a thumbs up as usual, and subscribe, clicking the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. That's it. Remember, have great food, make it whole plant-based, and be compassionate to all animals, including humans, and be kind and caring for each other in this time that we're going through. Bye for now.